Greetings. In this video I'm going to give you a code demonstration part of the Caravan application. So for the authentication part of this application I'm using the Flutter block and Flutter block to control the state management of this application. For this I've created various events and state required for the authentication. Now let us look to the block part of this part. For this, let us look to the login part. So for login, I'm just fetching the details that has been put by the user over here. And then in the backend part, I'm just using the simple authentication codes for the Firebase. And then also after the user has logged in, I'm saving user's data and using the shared preferences. I'm saving these three details, which contains the user UID, username, and the user email. So let me log in into the application. So after logging in, as we can see, this is the home screen. In the home screen, I'm going to show you the create Caravan part of this application. For create Caravan, basically what I'm doing is just user has to fill in all the details, and then I'm going to create a Caravan. For each Caravan is going to have its own ID, which is going to be the current date, time, and the milliseconds, so that the Caravan ID don't match with each other, and then uploading it simply to the Firebase. So after the Caravan has been created, the next part is the join section of this Caravan. Let me show you the backend. So basically when the Caravan is created, the backend each Caravan is available here, and also also the user also gets the Caravan that has been created by them. So what in the in this join Caravan section, what I'm doing is I'm basically fetching the details of this Caravan using streams. What I've done is I've created a stream and then fetching the details over here, and then in the init state of this stateful widget I'm calling this function so that the stream gets initialized, and then using stream builder I'm just showing the caravans of it. So another part is the details of this. So basically what it's happening is again the I'm just so what I'm doing is actually the JSON part that has been coming back from the backend of the Firebase. I'm actually converting this JSON into an object using the models which I've created. Particularly talking about the Caravan, this is the code. This is the class that is used for by me to convert the JSON that has been coming from the backend into the object. So after the, as you can see here, let me show where, yeah, here. So what I'm doing is I'm converting each of this part into an object, and then I'm initializing the details here. I'm just sending that as a constructor into into this page in the model. This is the rental model details. Yes, here. So I'm sending this model into this page and then extracting the data to show over here, and then just showing the details over it. Another part is the request section of this application. So what it's doing is on clicking on this, you can send the request to join the Caravan. Also, what I'm doing is suppose the okay, so here it is. So for suppose for this Caravan, the user hasn't sent the request. On clicking on this, the user sends the request and it appears in the queue. So again, when I'm loading this, I'm also searching whether the request has already been sent by the user or not. For this, I'm also tracking the requests here, which contains all the requests that has been sent, and then searching for the user ID in every request. If the user ID of the user is present in any of the requests, the user cannot send the request again. Again, the another part is the rental section. Again, this is the simple view of it. The user needs to fill all the forms and details and also upload the picture. For uploading the picture, what I'm doing is using the X file to extract the image from the user's storage and then uploading into the Firebase Fire storage. And then what I'm doing is after the photo is uploaded into the Firebase, I'm extracting the download link of it and then again storing it. So what happens is, as you can see here, after and then uploading and then also uploading these details into the Firebase. And then as you can see, these are the various cars that are put in the rent. And then this image, I'm getting this as a download URL ring and showing this data over here. As you can see here in this, I've again created a model for this, and then again extracting this object. I'm again converting the JSON that I've been receiving the data from the Firebase into a model. So this